For us, it means mostly rain, maybe a little bit above average in terms of the amounts. And of course, in November, we typically do see a little bit of snow, but nothing in your weekend forecast other than a few showers. We'll talk more about that coming up.
All right, thank you very much, Justin. Well, when there is trouble, you call the Marines, the few and the proud, deployed to the East Coast, saving lives after Sandy.
And our Derica Williams talked to a local Marine. Now, he's been to the war in Afghanistan, but he says what he saw in New York surprised even him.
Streets turned into rivers and buildings were a mangled mess after Hurricane Sandy slammed into the East Coast.
Yeah, it was very bad. The water level was so high.
Via Skype, Sergeant Jorge Negron tells me it was during the height of the storm that he and fellow Marines were called on to rescue police, firemen, and residents.
Their vehicles got flooded, and they were standing on their vehicles waiting to be picked up.
A transformer blew in Queens, triggering a house fire. It quickly spread from the whipping winds, trapping residents and first responders. The crew got the okay to use 7-ton trucks to go in and help.
We loaded up. We had policemen brought a raft. They brought medical personnel, threw all their supplies in the back of our 7-ton. We started rolling out to the area where the fire was.
But rising floodwaters created hazards that weren't so apparent.
It reached to the top of our 7-ton to the hood. Just to give a perspective, there was cars. You wouldn't even see them because they were underwater. There were SUVs that we saw just barely the top of the SUV over the water that we had to avoid. We were swerving to get out of the way. It was very bad.
The next images were the most harrowing.
We came around the corner to the block, and there was a fire. It was burning. All the houses were on fire. The trees were on fire.
They helped rescue 14 trapped people. One of the raging fires ended up destroying 111 homes. Sandy caused destruction like no other.
I've never experienced anything like that. I've been to Afghanistan, but this is on a different level to see here, in the States.
Now, Negron was so humble about the entire experience. He says it was the first responders and residents on the scene trying to help who are the true heroes. And although they haven't officially been called on or placed yet, yesterday about 300 Marines got onto Navy vessels and came to the Northeast to be pre-positioned in case they are needed. Reporting live in the newsroom, Derica Williams, Fox 6 News.
As you probably know, the narrowly escaped with a victory over the